Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, I'm excited to have you here. I thought we could take a look at this. This is, of course, two of my faves. We have Nana and Angela discussing what else? Harold and Fraud. I feel like we're right on the cusp of Hank and Skank doing some real weird stuff. Think about all the things coming up. We got Meghan's trial. I'm calling it the trial, court case with Samantha. Go Samantha. We've got, of course, William's got Earthshot coming up. We have Prince Charles's birthday coming up. And, of course, we have the book coming out next month. So there's lots coming up. And these two, talking about Harold and Fraud, can't stand when anybody else is in the paper. So I feel like real weird stuff is coming up. So I'm excited. I'm here for it. I can't wait to see what the next near catastrophic car chase will be. But in the meantime, let's take a look at, again, Nana and Angela discussing, well, lots of stuff about Hank and Skank. I'm excited to get into this with you. Thanks for being here, everybody. Honk, honk. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to do a better job of introducing myself and remembering to do it. I'm Jen. Thanks for being here. Jen, one N. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Also, a huge thank you to everybody who's picked up the Not Bloody Likely merch. I am blown away by all the orders that I've gotten. I'm so happy you guys are as thrilled with it as I am. I'm excited about it. I hope you are too. I'll put a link in the comments below. Thank you. All right, let's get into this. Okay, here we go. So I'm talking over this part because, again, it's the Family Guy clip. I played in another video. They're just reacting to it. So they play that. Angela is trying to explain it. Nana says, don't worry, I'll play it. So she plays it. And then we're going to get right into the reaction here. And again, this is a reaction channel. So that's why I'm talking over it. I'm going to be pausing it as they go and reacting. So let's take a look at what they have to say.
So you see, Angela, even Family Guy now, because they're so similar, the cartoons, Family Guy having a pop at them.
Okay, so I reacted to the Family Guy in a different video. I thought it was, I mean, any chance to take a pop at those two is great with me. I thought they kind of went soft. I think I was hoping for South Park, the sequel, and we didn't get it, so I was a little bummed. But hey, any chance to make fun of the grifters is great with me.
Yeah, they don't respect them anymore, actually. They've sort of lost it. And the whole thing in that one sentence about Netflix has given me this for nobody knows what it's for means that they've grabbed money, they haven't worked hard, they don't deserve it. And the move that Harry's got with his arm like that, put it over there with the other, it's just like he moves his arm.
Okay, I have to go back and play this again, and let's just take a look real quick. Okay, here we go. So, I'm going to be looking now for Harry to do this. That's pretty funny. I thought they were too kind to Meghan, just saying.
So it's really hilarious. It's very well done.
Anybody else get joy to hear Nana giggle like that? I do.
But I think Meghan will absolutely be furious about that because in her own mind, she still thinks she's a global wonder.
And I really think that's what keeps me completely fascinated. I don't know how somebody can be that clueless to still think she's a global wonder after we know she reads everything about herself, right? I mean, I don't understand how you operate under that much delusion.
But this just shows that they are getting very bored with them. And once they do in America, you have to work very hard to stay at the top. You go down and down and downhill.
What's this getting she speaks of? We've been tired of that. We've been bored with them. But it is pretty funny to watch the downfall. But I keep seeing rumblings, rumors of, are they going to move back to the UK? And I love my friends in the UK. I would not wish that on you guys at all. But I'm just saying, I do wonder, what is that about? Is it just for attention? Is that where what else is new? But I'm saying, do you think there's any substance to those? I know we've talked about it. I just keep thinking they keep popping back up again when you look up Harry and Meghan. There's usually something like, he wants to move back to the UK. I know she never will. I'm answering my own question here. This is something I think about.
And one of the other things I want to say about Harry is that in 2019, he set up this Travalyst where people wanted to go on holiday, but they would try and look after the place they were going, environmental care. And he's actually knocked it off the spot, hasn't he? He's the patron, but he had these 7 SUVs. He's gone to see sports cars, which guggle up money, oil and very, very bad
money,
for the
you're
country.
right, yes.
And he had, he's just not interested anymore.
As bad as Meghan sucks, and she does suck, I don't think she had to convince I'm recording this very early in the morning. Let me try that again. I don't think she had to convince Harry to be a hypocrite or teach him how to do it. I think he's good at it as well. I think that's kind of their thing as a couple.
And he won't go on a public plane. It goes on a private plane.
Yeah, I just worked on another video where I talk about exactly this. Do you remember it was, 2019? He insists that he flies 99% of the time on commercial. If he did, it sure doesn't seem like he... I think I'm being too kind. He's full of shit.
And you think, how can you have a patron who's doing absolutely what you don't want?
Well, he's doing absolutely everything he tells you not to do.
Ding, ding, ding. This is exactly what I've been saying. That's their favorite kind of lecture to give. I mean, they just held a parenting summit. And by summit, I'm using quotation marks and flipping off my computer. These two left their kids at home to talk to other people about kids. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Come on. It's like they're in a weird competition to see how hypocritical they can be.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pointless. But I suppose they still think he's still Prince Harry. But I think that's going downhill because Meghan is at him all the time. She has to go first. She has to bring him down, speaks first. And it's very difficult. So he no longer has that sort of royal demure.
This is why I love Angela so much. Okay, let's talk about this because I'm obsessed with this idea. Let's pretend like Harry's not the worst person. I mean, he is, but let's just pretend for a second that he's just, I don't know, a royal who got duped here. Think about that. She's like so proud of herself that she snagged herself this idiot royal. And she has brought down his, as Angela just said, his cachet for the whole royal thing. And so now it's made him a complete laughingstock, and I find that really fun. I find it fun because it couldn't have happened to two worse people. I mean, think about what he did to his own grandmother and think about how she treated the Queen. I think they deserve it. Enjoy that.
Attitude that he had years ago.
Although some would argue that, we want to see the man sort of doing what the woman says. So he has become, he's
a servant.
Well,
really.
he's nothing wrong with that, to be honest with you. I'm impressed she's managed it. Thinking, I want to know her secret.
Yeah, that's a good... but what's lovely, and which is really nice, is that Catherine is now another aunt, and her brother has had a baby.
I know. I posted about it on Patreon. Look how cute. Brand new baby boy. Congratulations. I love it. I love the dogs. I love the baby. Congratulations.
The boy a couple of weeks ago. And they were very quiet on it. It kept very quiet because they didn't sort of leak it. They were just walking down in London and people saw that. So they said the baby had been with them for 2 or 3 weeks. And his face, he was just absolutely so happy. And you think that he can hold together now, a family and be incredibly happy with all those things. And he was very upset about losing a dog, but he's now got something very important in a family. And it'll be lovely for the Middletons because they've had a hard time with going
business.
broke. And
this is something else I talked about on Patreon. I just think it's such BS. They really are targeting Catherine and going after her parents. I hate to hear it. I hate to see it. That's just awful. I just read that did an OnlyFans model come forward, I think, or got busted putting up some horrible signs about the business? I don't know. I just find the whole thing so weird, and I'm sorry, I can't help but think, yep, Meghan's most likely involved somehow. I mean, hell, Harry's probably involved as well.
people writing nasty things about them on trees and things like that.
But at least they may have gone bust, but at least they've got a rich daughter, very rich daughter. So they'll be okay. What about
Sure.
Travalyst though? Aren't they? Do you think they'll sack Harry?
Well, I think they should, actually. I think if somebody doesn't do anything that actually he came in 2019 to say we all had to do and was very important, and he wanted it to work globally.
Now, Travalyst, what were they wanting Harry to do? What was his role there?
Well, Harry was the patron.
Okay, if you're like me and you like to fall down weird rabbit holes, start doing some Googling on this company because there are some weird allegations there. Of course, they address how many private flights that Harry takes, to which Harry said something like, nobody's perfect. Well, then stop preaching it, you dickbag. But I've read other things. I'm hesitant because I don't have any actual proof. It's all allegations that Harry may or may not have had some shady dealings in starting at the beginning of this business. I remember coming across it on Akua, one of those videos, and I really didn't know much about it. And a lot of you guys filled me in the comments that there are allegations of some, I don't know, allegedly pocketing money that wasn't supposed to be pocketed for him. Something to do with that. So interesting.
Going to the right place. They weren't going where the planes would be difficult for them, where they upset the animals, that you should be very careful which plane you took to which spot, and so that you respected the land. And of course, he hasn't done that.
Respect is just not a word that would be associated with either of those two.
Now, moving on to King Charles, actually, because now this is an interesting story. Talk me through it.
Yes, well, there's a wonderful helper who was in the army, who still is, and Johnny Thompson.
Oh, Angela, don't you worry. I gotcha. Here he is. Oh, I've been excited to talk about this one, too. I love him, not just because he's, looks like this, but he seems like a really interesting person, a really great guy, and I love that they usually sat him near Harold and Fraud to allegedly keep them in line.
And he became every woman's sort of hero because he was guarding the late Queen. He's very handsome, he's very funny, and he devoted to the King. And the King has now improved his condition and is now going to be the number one who looks after him, helps things going, take visitors through to him, and do all the things that are necessary.
So here's his new title, in case you were wondering. Also, in case you were wondering, I highlighted the super equerry part. I did not highlight major eye candy. Google did that for me. Thanks, Google.
When I was at the V&A with the King and Queen and him, I went up to him and I said, "Excuse me, but I just want to know, do you really love all these women who go after you because they think you're so handsome and you're so charming?" He went bright red, which was quite sweet for someone from the army. And he said to me, I don't let myself get involved in that. He said, because my duty is to... It was Prince Charles, it was before that... And I want to look after him, and that's what I put my energy for. So I thought,
that makes him even more attractive.
Yeah, it does. I love that so much. Also, I love that Angela went up to him and said that. I think she sounds like a hoot and a half, and I want to hang out with her, and I want to hang out with Nana. I want to hang out with all of them, and, Lieutenant Colonel Johnny Thompson. But anyway, that's for another reason. Oh, you guys. That was fun. I enjoyed doing that. And I'm sorry to put this picture up on screen, but every time I do, it does make me laugh. And I always have somebody say, "Where's that picture from?" You guys, I did a whole video on it. You're going to have to go find it. I actually made it spotlight on my channel, so when you pull up my page, it should just pop right up. If you look up Real Housewives Recaps and then you do Harry and Meghan Music Festival, it should pop up because it's one of my all-time favorites. I know I say that about a lot of them, but it really was. To find out all the awful, embarrassing things they did that night, I'm completely obsessed with it. As you can tell, I'm still talking about it. Anyway, guys, that was fun. I love Angela. I love Nana. I love their rapport. I thought it was a really fun chat, and I can't wait to read your comments on this one. As always, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all the lovely comments. I got so many fun ones that you really enjoyed the sugar roasting that I did yesterday. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, now that I have my voice back, I do plan on trying to do more live streams. So when I have one in the books, I will post it. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will post it here in the community tab. Also, if you're on Patreon, I try to post it over there so you know. What else? Oh, the Not Bloody Likely merch. I'm so thrilled that you guys like it so much. That's awesome. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. Pick up yours. And of course, you can check out patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where you find like bonus episodes. We do, all kinds of stuff. Every other day I'm posting something over there. We have talks amongst ourselves. We have bonus videos. I do deep dives. Whatever you guys want to talk about, that's what we're talking about over there. So check that out, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Thank you guys for everything. I truly hope you all have the best day, and I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Take care. Bye-bye.